learn to support that. Don't give me hype. 132 allegations, right? 132 allegations. Let me show y'all something else. Out of 132 allegations, 12 was sustained. 12 was sustained. Out of 132 allegations, 12 was sustained. Out of 132 allegations, 12 was sustained. Out of 132, that's less than 10%. That's less than 10%, right? And then scroll over, administrator. Use of force. 21 complaints for use of force. So not only did you have 132 allegations, but you put your hands on somebody at least 21 times. Put your hands on somebody. You put your hands on somebody at least 21 times.
How much he made?
At 21 times, I'm gonna get to that. And this is what I want y'all, this is when we're talking about critical thinking. I want all of us to put our critical thinking hat on. Say, touch your hat like this, touch your hat like that. Because y'all critical thinkers. I speak that over you right now, right? When you unload a little bit, so you can see. So 132 allegations, right there. So this is what we're critically thinking. Out of 132 allegations, you gotta think. These are just the people who took time to go make the complaint. These are just 132 people who went down to make a complaint. Because the complaint office is on Chicago and Ashland. That's where the COPA office is at, right? So if I live in the Gardens on 130th, I got kids, I got a wife, I got bills, I got other obligations. Do you think it's that easy for me to travel from 130th to, or if I gotta work, or if I got school, or whatever life issues I got? These are just 132 people that took time out or had the time to go out. So if we're critically thinking, it's way more. Say way more. Way more. Say it's way more. Way more. It's way more. Way more. So even with that, look at this. Right now he's a lieutenant of police. If we scroll over and look over here and we enlarge this, this is how much he made. $125,000. Right now, Glenn Evans is still on the force. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? $125,000 a year. Right now, he's an active police career, July 14th, 86 to present. He's an active police, a lieutenant, with 132 allegations against him, 12 sustained, and he had a criminal court case. And he's still on the force making $125,000 a year. Say that ain't right. Say that ain't right. Say D for him. Say D for him. I thought you would never say that. No, let's do it. Let's explore that. Let's explore that. Let's look for one more though. Let's look for one more. Let's look one for more. Let's put Brown. I'm gonna use this, especially so Aaron, people like Aaron can use it for his youth. Monse can use it for her youth. Cornelius Brown. Click that, please. So this is why this was important to me. Now remember, you could use this site to look up any police officer. So if we wanted to, we could go pull their badges right now, each and every last one of their badges, and look at their complaint. And look at their complaint record. We can see they rank, we can see when they got on the force, and we can see how much money they made. All right? Say stay informed. So this one, Cornelius Brown, bro. This one is why it's so crazy. Cause look what district he in. What district he in? 3. That's our district. That's our district. That's East Side. That's East Side. And look, what's his rank? What's his rank? He a sergeant. And look, he black. He black. How much he made? So you mean to tell me, with how many allegations he got against him? 67? Make this larger so they can see it in the back. 67? Are you willing to keep somebody on your payroll with 67 allegations? No. Now y'all gotta talk to me. Are you willing to keep somebody on payroll with 67 allegations? No. Say no. No. Say no. No. Say nah, dog. No. Nah, we not keeping him. So when we talk about defunding the police, this is what we saying. It's no reason why somebody like him with 67 allegations or Glenn Evans with 132 allegations, both of them combined taking up over $225,000 of the budget. $250,000 between those two.
40%.
And you not even serving the public, you abusing the public. Say defund.
Defund.
Say defund.
Defund.
This is what we're talking about when we say defund. There's no reason why officers like that should be on the police department getting that type of money. There's no reason why they should be on the Chicago Police Department, and you and I, they raise taxes on us. I'm surprised they ain't taxed us to sleep yet. Anything we get taxed for everything, and this is why we get taxed. Say defund.
Defund.
Let's explore more about the defund part. But listen, I want to make this available to everybody. We're going to put this on the app. I'm going to talk to Jamie, and we're going to get this on the app. We're going to make sure that people in all the community is able, anytime the police stop you, you can put their information inside this, and you can see what type of officer you got. I'm sorry. Go down a little bit. It gives you all this information. Make this a little bigger. Use of force. Go down. Scroll. Use of force. False arrest. Keep going. Use of force. Illegal search. Lockup procedure. Use of force. 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 You get to see what type of person, what type of animal,
you dealing
what
with.
type of animal, what type of animal. And listen, you think when the police stop you and they a blue shirt, that you be like, man, I want to see a supervisor. So you ask for a white shirt, right?
He's a white
A
shirt.
white shirt ride up, this is what you get. Right. A white shirt ride up, this is what you get. A white shirt ride up, this is what you get. So it's not just a patrol officer problem, it's a cultural problem. You understand me? It's the Chicago Police Department culture. You get a blue shirt, you got drama with the blue shirt, you like, man, go give me your supervisor. This your supervisor. 67 allegations. 20-something use of force. You understand what I'm saying? This is a cultural problem. Say defund. Say defund.
Defund.
All right. And then when you click this, you can go ahead and click this. It'll bring up the report or what type of use of force issue it was, or whatever the case may be. It had the logistics on it, on where it was, etc., etc. Let's go to the money piece. Say defund.
Defund.
Okay. So this is a portal, right? That the Chicago Reporter put out. See, when we talking about defunding the police, a lot of people think that's talking about dismantling. But what we saying is, Charlie, if I got a corporation and this arm of the corporation is not servicing the people that we trying to service, not only are you not servicing them, but you costing us money, because when you do something to them, they sue us. They sue us. So not only you not doing your job, but they sue us. They went to go get the big boss. They like Callaway out there talking that talk. Hey, so they sue us, right? I mean, they sue us. This is why we saying defund the police. Because in the past 10 years, say $1 billion, say $1 billion, $1 billion in police conduct settlements have been issued out to people. $1 billion in police misconduct suits have been issued out. Say that's a problem. Say that ain't right. Say that ain't right. So when you go on this Chicago Reporter website and you can start looking at people's names, you can start searching by people's names. If you go like to the left-hand corner on the website, you can type in people's names. Say defund. Say defund. So if you type in, and we type in Evans, E-V-A-N-S, blue, click on Glenn Evans, found them.
There you go.
Now just click them. This is how much in suits he done cost the city. You making $125,000, right? You making 100. This is why we said defund. Don't let no media trick you. he'll trick you and send you off. This is why we're talking about default. You getting $125,000 and you done cost me 266.
Yeah, he done cost me.
You got 132 allegations against you, and you done cost me 266. Stop, man, get out.
Yep, you gotta go.
Get out.
You gotta go.
Get out. It shouldn't be nothing to talk about. Why? This is what we're talking about when we're talking about default. There's no company, there's no institution, there's no organization in corporate America, y'all. I done worked in the private sector, the corporate sector, now I'm serving the public, dog. I've never seen no organization that will allow you to have that many allegations and still compensate you. Not only do they compensate you, there's room for promotion. You get promoted for misconduct. It seems like the more they do wrong, the more power they give them. The more wrong that they do, the more power that they give them. Say that ain't right.
That ain't right.
266, 500. Go to Brown. Type in Brown. Right.
Oh, that on me. That's my name, Robert Brown. Wait a minute, they got my name up there.
Cornelius Brown, right? After this, just give me like 10 more minutes.
My name popped up
I
there.
really want to show y'all. Right? Cornelius Brown, $107,000 right now. That's how much he make as a sergeant, right? He's getting right now 150. He done cost us $152,000. So him combined with Glenn Evans, y'all making like $250,000, right? Already between y'all two knuckleheads, and on top of that, you done cost us almost $500,000. Why? This is why we saying default, man. It's practical and it's logical. Don't let the media send you off. Don't let nobody send you off. Don't roll that up, bro. Give it to somebody else to hold. We don't roll that up. All right, go to the contract.
Bring it down here, Sean. Bring it down here. You got it.
Say Article 6.
Article 6.
Say Article 6. Say Article 6. I'm gonna break this down for y'all. This gonna be it. I just really, is this informative for you all? Is this informative for you all?
Yes, take your time, Will.
Hey, I wanted to feed y'all. I wanted to feed y'all. I really do. But I can't tell y'all how much satisfaction it just give me watching the officers be uncomfortable. Now that's the part I love the most. I love that more than anything. Like I love that. All right, so this is the Bill of Rights. Say Bill of Rights.
Bill of Rights.
Article 6.
Article 6.
Say Bill of Rights.
Bill of Rights.
Yeah, Article 6.
Article 6.
Say Bill of Rights.
Bill of Rights.
Article 6.
Article 6.
Say Bill of Rights.
Bill of Rights.
Article 6.
Article 6.
Say change that. Say change that. We're gonna change that. So when we scroll down, this is Article 6 of the Bill of Rights. Listen to me, y'all. Listen to me. It's only 6 pages long. They got all that type of power worth of 6 pages in ink. Y'all do more scrolling on Facebook on the daily than that. Y'all can read that and decipher this like it's nothing. I read this in an hour. It only took me that long because I had to stop because I was so disgusted.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
This is not a long read, y'all.
No, it's not.
We have to read this and break this down. Say, break it down.
Break it down, Will.
We're going to break it down.
Let's go.
Break it down. Take your time.
So this letter D right here, right? If you enlarge that for me, administrator. See, this is something in that says, like right there, perfect.
Right there.
Unless the superintendent of police specifically authorizes in writing, right? No complaint or allegation of any misconduct concerning any incident or any event which have occurred 5 years prior to the date of the complaint can be reinvestigated or reopened after 5 years. So let me tell you something. Say Dakota Bright. Say Dakota Bright. Let me tell you something. Y'all come right here. Y'all come right here real quick. Y'all come right here. That matter. Let me show y'all Dakota. Where Dakota at? This is Dakota. This is Dakota. His mama not here right now. That's Dakota. Right? This is Dakota. Right above the T. Right above the T. Right. I want y'all to see Dakota. All right. The matter gonna be there. Let me break this down to you because I believe in visual aid, right? Say Dakota Bright. Say Dakota Bright. In 2012, Dakota Bright was assaulted by a police officer. That police officer had kicked his teeth out. Marlon, kicked his teeth out, bro. He's running, he see the police, that same police officer, he's 15, Dakota. He see that same law officer, right? He take off running. It's like 2 weeks later after he kick his teeth off. He take off running. Do you know on 67th Indiana, that same police officer turn a hand, like, chase Dakota, caught him in the alley, right? Right? Sized him up, popped him in the back of the head. Popped him in the back of the head. Not no chest shots, not no back shots. I'm talking about the autopsy said symmetrically in the middle of his head. He said in his police report that Dakota turned around and pointed a gun at him. And that's why he shot. Say you lying.
You lying.
So let me break this down to you. Let me tell you
liar.
something. So they reopen, say reopen. They reopen his case, right? Because of that provision, because it's 5 years and older, you can't hold the police accountable for nothing old. So even though the IPRA rule is justified, we got rid of IPRA, COPA came, right, with Sharon Fairley, right? Sharon said, you know what, Will, we gonna reinvestigate this. She reinvestigated, she said it was a bogus shooting. But because of this, he's still on the force, active duty. But because of this, you can't hold the police accountable for anything over 5 years. Even if they did wrong. This young boy was 15, had his whole life ahead of him, and lost his life. That, like, listen, dead wrong. Say, change that. Let's go to another one. Let me get this straight, y'all. Thank y'all. What this say?
There we go.
Let's scroll up some, administrator. Okay, cool. We got like 2 more provisions I want to show. It's a lot in here, but I'm gonna just show a little bit for time's sake. All right. So an officer under investigation, right? This letter H under Bill of Rights. An officer under investigation will be provided with a copy of any and all statements that officer has made that are audio or in writing within 72 hours after the statement was made. In the event of a reinterrogation, the officer is required within 3 days of that initial interrogation to receive those statements that he's made or he or she made. This is why it's problematic, right? Because if the officer says something, that means once they bring Officer Calloway back in, I gotta give Officer Calloway all the statements he made in the first interrogation. And I gotta do it 3 days in advance. See, this is how they keep their lie going. This is how they keep their lie going. Because you're giving them this information 3 days in advance, so they can't perjure themselves, and then they get to go with their cohorts and corroborate their stories. Right. This is what we saw with Laquan McDonald. Say 9 officers, falsified. Say 9 officers, falsified. 9 officers, falsified. This is why we gotta reimagine this contract. Because if they brought one of us in for interrogation, we don't have that luxury. We don't have that luxury. If they bring one of us in, ain't no 3 days in advance. Hey, Will, can you come down here to the... Hey, can you come down here in like 3 days, 4 days? I'm gonna give you all the stuff that you said to us before. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you got a lawyer, because we're not gonna talk to you unless you got a lawyer. You understand? This is in their contract. This is how they get away with lying. This is how they get away with it. Roll up. Scroll up a little bit. Say, change that.
Change that.
I go up small. Everything highlighted is just things. Hold on. Right, just 72 hours. Okay, that's sort of similar. Keep going. Boom. Let's talk about this. And then we're gonna close shop. Right. Photo dissemination. No photo of an officer under investigation shall be made available to the media prior to a conviction for a criminal offense or to a decision being rendered by the police board except required by law. Say that ain't right. Let me break this down what this means, right? So when the police come to our neighborhood and they do something to us and we go to the police district and we ask to see that officer, They back contractual agreement. Say you got a cool commander. They be like, man, y'all was some jacked up stuff they did. And you like, but commander such and such, we need to see that picture. Back contractual agreement, by law, they cannot give the picture up of that officer. Let me tell you why this is so interesting, right? The police was established in slavery.
Yep.
You understand?
Let's go. Let's go.
They used to come try to catch slaves that ran away for their freedom.
Let's go.
You understand what I'm saying?
Come on,
Say,
Will.
teach, Will.
Teach Will.
They used to, it was called slave patrol. Now, they call blue patrol.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Let's go, Will. Go to
The
work.
slave patrol evolved into the Ku Klux Klan.
Come on, teach.
You understand what I'm saying?
Get that shit
Hey,
out,
follow
Will.
me. The slave patrol evolved into the Ku Klux Klan. When the Klan used to come in our neighborhood and they used to terrorize our community, they used to put white sheets on, bro, so we couldn't see their face.
Absolutely.
And they would strike and terrorize our neighborhood, so we couldn't see them and we couldn't identify them. And they would go back and doing their regular day-to-day jobs the next day.
That's right, Will.
They evolved from the Klan. They evolved into policy. So now, when the Klan come and strike and kill, now when the Klan,
Come on, Will. Teach. Get that shit out, Will.
see now when the Klan see the devil busy, y'all gonna get this work. Y'all gonna get this work. See now when the Klan come in our neighborhood, they ain't gotta wear sheets.
Nope. They got 6.
Section 6.4. You understand what I'm saying?
Section 6.4.
Section
Point 4.
6.4. See now section 6.4 is their white sheet. So when they come and try to strike terror in our neighborhood, and we gonna try to figure out who that was,
Yeah.
anytime there's a police shooting, they always say we can't release it.
Right.
And we thought for a long time y'all full of it.
Right.
But no, they was literally, legally saying we can't release it.
Yeah.
Legally.
Yeah.
This is the white sheet over
Yeah.
their face.
Yeah.
When the police killed Nunu, this was the white sheet over their face.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't
Yeah.
know. The whole
Yeah.
East Side like, man, who knows what the police look like?
That's the racist.
Only reason that we knew what Snoop looked like when they killed him on 71st is because of the body cameras.
Yeah.
And we didn't have the body cameras that we fought so diligently for. We wouldn't know half of the stuff on what these officers look like.
Teach, Will.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
6.4 is that Ku Klux Klan
Yes,
sheet.
it is. That's that
So,
slave
right.
law.
You saw that website earlier that we talked about. That you got the profile of everything. You got the profile of that officer, his race, how much he make, how long he been on, etc. Why there ain't no picture up there? This is a slave patrol mentality, dog.
Yep.
This is slave patrol Ku Klux Klan mentality.
Yep.
That 6.4 is the white sheet. Say the white sheet's gotta go.
Gotta go.
Say the white sheet's gotta go. And the white sheet's gotta go. See, they know. And this information starts to slowly more and more get out to the community. This is what they fear. This is what they fear. Because now we're gonna sit up there and we're gonna really start changing some stuff. Pull up John on that last tab. Because we gotta know who our enemies are. Right? This man, if it was the Klan, this brother is the Grand Wizard. Alright? This guy in the right hand, right? Lower right hand. Lower right hand, just enlarge it. You ain't even gotta. Lower right hand,
Oh, man.
right there, right there. Just keep right there.
Right there.
This is John Cantizaro. This is John. You gotta know who your opposition is.